When we got to the Stegner house, we were ushered to the back of the house and we met Sharon Tawa.
Remember that beautiful story about memory and meaning and significance?
No, what I remember is she told the story of a girl from Saskatoon. And she didn't write a history, she wrote a fiction. And I don't understand why you write a fictional account of the water hole.
Let's get to the water hole.
Okay.
The revelation of your shape at the town swimming hole by the footbridge could tag you for life with the label bird legs. A man who, for a while, ran one of our two grocery stores was universally known as Jew Meyer. Like the lingo we spoke, our nicknames were at odds with the traditional educational formalisms. Along with them went a set of standard frontier attitudes. What was appropriate for Jimmy Craig in his home or in church or in school would have been shameful to Preacher Kid Craig down at the Bare Naked Hole.
Shakespeare.
Fatmonger.
Thin-Smith.
Footnote fanatic.
Sensuous little savages.
Jack's Place. Grays herd grays.
Next, we went to a non-Stegnerian site.
The
T-Rex Discovery Center.
Long, long ago, the great spirit Rolvog created giants in the earth. One giant was the T-Rex, Skati. Skati tried to eat the Stegnersaurus, but he could not bite the Stegnersaurus because it was an illusion. Skati starved and his bones lay hidden many years.
Scotty. Remember when Maron was eaten by Scotty when he came back to life?
No, what I remember is that there was this fake Tyrannosaurus Rex. It wasn't even the real bones. It was a fake one. And then the guy went on to criticize Chicago for getting the bones from a Chicago center.
Our bad.
Whoa! Nazis! We all loaded up the vans and headed for Fort Walsh.
As the clan passed through the valley of Battle Creek, the demon, Omar the trickster, captured Tom Tom, Norse Otter, and two of the fairest wise women to be his slaves. The brave wise woman Donna, bow hunter, laid hands on him to make him let them go. He turned into a fiery red horse. She mounted him and rode him till he was tamed. She made Omar promise to call the people of the valley Mounties and wear red as a reminder he should behave.
We drove off the winding road at 9:30 around and arrived at the tourist creek at Center at 9:45.
Don't you want to tell them about the jokes our mermaid instead? Wasn't that more interesting?
No. There's pictures of Mounties!
The resolute, disciplined faces and the red coats glimmering in the shabby room filled me with awe.
Well, then we got on the bus and we went down this long winding trail toward the trading centers where we learned that the whiskey traders polluted the whiskey with poison and traded it to the First Nation people.
Wasn't it more interesting that our very own Elizabeth was finally arrested for all the alcohol she's been consuming?
Look, a Mountie! Gadana!
He was strong in his insistence that their coats be scarlet, for Indians who had seen Wolseley's militia at Fort Garry had asked him suspiciously who were the soldiers in the dark clothes. In their experience, the friendly ones wore red.
I've always loved a man in uniform.
You cannot just stay here with that Mountie, Donna. You have a family in Florida.
I may not know who I am, but I know where I'm going.
We loaded up the vans and headed across the province to Winnipeg.
The clan traveled far to the Red River. The places they camped were named for two holy men. One was murdered by having his head cut off. The people honored the head. When the head became a skull, they named the place St. Boniface. The other holy man lost a leg to frostbite. He could not walk. Then a miracle happened. He won a wooden leg gambling, so he named the place Winnipeg.
What happened is, a Jesuit came from France and went to Canada to try to convert First Nation people into Catholics. As if they didn't have any religion already. Oh, well,
Don't you think a better story is how there a miracle occurred, how fire and ice together triumphed over
Cemetery
death?
Scalp them.
Cemetery Theater.
Oh, then we took a tour to the cemetery. But it was too serious and boring, so we decided we really dug what they were saying.
Some of those jokes were we returned, we each pondered our own unanswered question.
Will James ever stop chasing trains?
Will Donna ever stop chasing Mounties?
Is that even in this book?
Where are the footnotes?
Will Santa ever get poetry?
Will he make it back by Pi Day?
Denise! And all the questions we can only say,
Give it 1,000 years.
After traveling many miles, the clan returned to the place they began, the place of the Indi Sioux. Since the journey had been long, they wished to name the place Gofar. The youngest of the yellow-haired, she who speaks with moving hands, said, with much moving of her hands, "No, the totem ground squirrel of the Minnesota is called the Gofar." Wise woman Kin, who has a thin place no one can see, said, "Then let us name this place Fargo." And it was so.
Take a bow, take a bow.
Why did you do that?